What is up, everybody? We are here a little earlier than normal. We are here to talk Raw versus SmackDown in the Shakers Den. What is up, everybody? Of course, the Soft Shakers, Nikki Bougie, myself, Drian Santana in the building. Are you ready for? Do you
I
think?
mean, here we are.
Uh, SmackDown won
I think
last
it's
night.
gonna be. Yeah, SmackDown did win. The Blue
Yeah,
Brand did win last time, but
yeah,
I don't know. Raw was trying to step up a little bit of the competition
they did.
this week, but I mean, I don't know because there was some things happening on SmackDown, but there's
Mm,
also what happened on Monday Night Raw last week
Yeah,
that truly was not expecting.
at
But I
all.
am ecstatic. I am happy. But
Yeah.
I mean, come on, SmackDown. Like I'm gonna ride for my blue brand. But
Well,
we gotta get through Monday. We gotta get through Raw to get to SmackDown.
that is true. Personally, I'm
Hmm.
gonna ride with the red brand just because it's always like I love SmackDown, but
Yeah,
Monday Night Raw has always been the thing. So we gotta get to it.
we
Raw, of
do.
course, will be first. Make sure you check out Monday Night Raw tonight. At the end, we'll let you know each brand's respective matches, especially some really crazy matches tonight. So
Mm-hmm.
we kick it off. Of course, honey, Sammy coming out, but Judgment Day, they not really trying to hear that at all. Especially Damien, honey.
I love him.
It looks like Sammy is outnumbered with Kevin. Kevin, obviously, it was announced that he'll be going to SmackDown. So Sammy is kind of in the field alone as he thought. As
Hmm.
he thought. More to me like a reunion between Sammy and Jay. Were you surprised to see Jay help him? Or
No,
did you feel like,
no, I feel like I mean Jay and Sammy they have this bond and
yeah,
everything because when and it's crazy because when you think of like what happened with Sammy being a part of the bloodline and everything, how hard he tried to be a part, how hard he tried to prove Jay his loyalty and
yeah,
everything like that. I mean, it got to the point where he did. Jay started to come around for Sammy, and even after him turning on the bloodline and everything like that,
yeah,
Jay still was a little hard to come around with Sammy, but he truly eventually found his way. And Sammy, being the man that he is, like just knew that Jay will come to his senses one day. And Sammy proved to have Jay's back, and Jay is proving that he has Sammy's back, even though he kind of is the reason why Kevin Owens is on SmackDown, and then Sammy is kind of by himself once again.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, Jay and Sammy is a SmackDown story.
That's true. Let's just
You
bring
know,
it over to Monday Night Raw.
we're just bringing it over. Um, Very interesting, but Judgment Day really didn't enjoy that. Obviously, it's a season premiere.
Hmm.
Damien and Finn have other things to worry about, while
Hmm.
Mommy is looking to get her division together, and Dom is just Dom.
Right.
Okay, being the man that we all need.
20-year plus bet.
Okay, we also had a match between Ricochet and Shinsuke. Now, Ricochet, girl, Ricochet was going crazy. I think it was a false count anywhere match.
Hmm. Yeah. Stand back, Hurricane. That's a ricochet coming through. Like, get your see, this is why they were talking about you on your live, asking you why you bald.
Why you
Why would you ask a stupid question like that? Like, why you
why
bald?
you ug- why you ugly?
No, but it was a good match though. Honestly, it
No,
was basically just false count, yeah, like literally a false count anywhere match. I mean, I'm
yeah,
glad they went backstage because a lot of times in these false count anywhere matches, they always standing in the ring or being outside the ring. They don't ever really truly branch around and go into the crowd or backstage. You know, I wanted to end
Yeah,
up in the goddamn parking lot. Why y'all don't go to the parking lot in y'all matches like that no more?
that's true.
Come on, we haven't
I mean,
give them.
I think they don't want to take it away from the fans.
Listen, they have a big screen to look at,
That's true.
but
But
I can get it. I can understand
you know,
because you
when you
know.
pay your money, child.
Well, listen,
But
I
it
get
ain't
it.
always like that though.
No.
When we were at when I was at Dynamite, we didn't
Hmm.
see none of that stuff. Especially where I was sitting there, honey.
Yeah, I mean, even with like for Impact when they sometimes do their stuff, like
Yeah,
we don't get to see it.
this was
Probably didn't even
crazy.
know how to even start it, but that was a crazy, crazy spot. Ricochet
Yeah,
utilizing a fan to help him do this move and everything, and child just landing on every goddamn body.
he did. But Shinsuke got the victory.
He did
So that's
literally at the
I
bus
was a
stop.
little surprised.
I think Shinsuke need this victory honestly because when you take a loss at Fastlane the way that he did, even
Yeah,
though he truly, truly was giving Seth the run for his money, he honestly could have won that match. But I think Shinsuke is still diving into this person that he is, and it's sinister like, it's killer like, and I mean Ricochet just having to be on that end of
yeah,
it.
he did. I don't know what this means for Shinsuke, but hopefully, it puts him in the right direction of something. Of course,
Mhm.
we move on to the women's matches. Honey, Natalia, she did all she could against Piper Niven, but she
Mhm.
couldn't get the victory. Now, Chelsea, mm, you called in 4K, mama. And
She
it,
was,
it pays off for the tag team champions to have one another, even if they are odd tag. So I think that,
yeah,
it. However, the odds did even out, even though Piper Niven was given the victory after just Lord. She gave it to Natalia, but Natalia was whooping her ass at the beginning.
she was. I mean, Natalia had something to prove. I mean, you're dealing with someone who's bigger in size than you, and Natalia is of course, we already know Natalia is a fantastic wrestler, but Piper is a amazing wrestler too. The way she
Yeah,
moves her body around, it's insane,
yeah,
honestly. She's actually absolutely a talent and a great addition to be a part of, the tag team division with someone like Chelsea Green. Like I said, I want to see Piper be more in the ring than she normally is. And I know people like trying to talk about her gear too, saying this is inspired by Karma, which is Awesome Kong, and everything like that. So I
yeah.
enjoyed this match, and I mean, listen, Talia, she came out for Tegan when Tegan was having her own
He
stuff,
did.
and Tegan comes out for Natalia. So
Tegan did
there's
come
always
out.
something there.
Didn't share the picture of Tegan, but Tegan
It's
did.
fine. You guys know.
Tegan did come out, and she did even up the odds for Natalia, but being more comforting to
Yeah,
Natalia.
of course.
So I don't know. I think Piper and Chelsea are pretty damn good. Pretty
They
damn good
are,
together for now.
even though they
Yeah.
haven't technically defended their titles yet. I mean, they do have. There is a tag team division for them, and right now they seem to just be running with Natalia and Tegan at this time.
I'm hoping that Sonya comes back, and
Yeah.
then we
I wonder
just
what that's gonna be like though, because like technically, like does Piper have to give up the title
we
because
should.
Sonya is back?
And I
Like,
feel like Sonya should ask Nick Aldis.
mm, I mean, she was once a point of time in an authority figure, uh,
Yeah.
and all this and that. So I mean, of course she shouldn't ask Adam because I mean,
No,
Adam Adam and her don't get along, but Nick and
no,
Nick and Sonya, like that could be something.
that could be something. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins find themselves in the ring, and Seth is very curious on why Mr. Drew McIntyre was having a casual conversation with Rhea Ripley.
I mean, yeah, because like there was a photo backstage, and we've saw the photos lingered around all over, and it's just like,
Yeah,
well, Drew, what are you talking about with Rhea? Like, what are you guys discussing? Because Judgment Day did try, Damien did try to cash in, and Drew did
yeah.
stop and flung that briefcase around, and I mean, girl, what y'all talking about over there?
Yeah.
Why are you talking to mommy? What are we doing here? You trying to be a part? You trying to take Dom's spot or something? Like, cause Jay's right there next in line, I think. So, Dom, you got some stiff competition.
Mm.
You know,
You think
I don't
so?
know. I don't know.
Ooh.
I
Well, our
mean,
prediction shows will be a little different moving forward. On the third, you can catch us for our predictions. Friday
yeah,
night, it will
yeah,
not
she
be
is.
attached to any post show.
Yeah,
It will
she is
be
out with a torn ACL. So
who, Sonya?
yeah, so
Yeah.
Sonya is currently still out. She was out with Trish at a women's sporting event
Yeah.
and everything.
But I
So
think Chelsea should hold till WrestleMania at least.
of course, let them.
Like Chelsea should
Yeah,
become the longest reigning tag team champion ever. Ever.
he
Like
deserves that.
she
So
needs that. Chelsea Green. But yeah, and then more to the men's drama. Honey, Gorgano had this match won, but then he didn't. Lord. It pays to have a tag team partner.
it does.
It does. Am I saying it? I'm gonna try to say his name. Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Or other people
I
like
don't,
say Tiffany Stratton's boyfriend,
I don't know the other gentleman's name. I'll have to. It's not that I
Giov-
don't know it. I just don't know how to say it.
Giovanni Da Vinci.
Giovanni Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Oh, Da Vinci. Oh, that's not. That's not. Maybe I haven't paid that no attention.
I don't see how.
Okay. We don't too much get into the men's business too much over here in WWE. Um, but
Not too often.
not too often. But yes, Kaiser did get the victory. And then we move on, of course, to another women's match that was shortly interrupted by multiple people who it will be announced their match for Crown Jewel. First up, Shayna Baszler, and of course, the champion, Rhea Ripley. We have Raquel, Zoe Stark, and Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry, and Nia Jax. Rhea is on my brain, obviously. I don't know where they're gonna go with this, but I think this is astronomically, yes, amazing. We need it. It's the moment. All of these women,
Mm,
well deserved.
yeah.
She's
Yeah, Rhea is
well
number one
deserved.
this year for the PWI 250. I know that she caused a lot of questions and ruckus on social media about why did she deserve this number one spot, and her accolades as being champion and all this. And then it's like you can't fault Rhea for her championship reign, because Rhea is not the one creating her stuff. You have to talk to creative. And we've already had a discussion before where people are, oh, she's not defending her title that much and blah blah. Once again, who is she going to defend it against? Now she has competition. She's in a fatal five-way match at Crown Jewel with Nia, with Raquel, with Shayna Baszler, and with Zoe Stark. So now Rhea has competition. It's
I
showcasing
feel,
right now.
I feel
You know what I'm saying?
like ever in my life, and it's so crazy because I was there.
Yeah.
That was the only match that I gave a damn about. And I think on that strength alone, she could have been number one, but of course you have to have 10 matches. So,
Yeah.
but I
I
do
mean,
think
she's had those.
mommy, she really does it. She deserved that number one. You have to think how long Rhea has been competing
Hmm.
against others. I don't know. I love it.
Mm.
Um,
Shout out, honey, Miss Rhea Ripley,
I
girl.
really don't
You
know
got
what's
some
going.
competition. You got to get your. You're gonna have to get your division back in order because right now the women are coming after you,
Yeah,
honestly. And we will have our crown jewel predictions and everything for you guys too. Once they continue on getting all those matches out and stuff. But
I'm not gonna give a prediction, but I'm definitely rooting for Raquel. Like Raquel is definitely the agenda. Shayna, you're right there too. But
that
Raquel,
is like I don't know. Like I'm I like Raquel. I do. I would say Raquel. I would say Raquel. I'm definitely rooting for Rhea to retain because I am an honorable member of the Judgment Day. So I am.
yeah,
I do. I am the necklace that Damian Priest wears. So so I am a part of Judgment Day. And I mean, if and I would say Shayna, but I'm also gonna say Nia because I do like Nia Jax.
I
I
think
do. And
anyone winning
yeah,
would be
like shocking wise, like honestly,
yeah
truly, because like even
outside of
Zoe, I
Rhea.
think Zoe is a. I know people say this match could either be a banger or a snooze fest, and
It's
I'm like,
gonna be a
listen,
banger.
stop already thinking about like you don't know you never WWE matches are can be especially with the pace of how it's gonna go can be unpredictable. You can go in thinking that they're gonna have like the best match of their entire life, and then it ends up being like, you know what I'm saying? Or
That's
it can be like, and then you're like, oh my god, this match was fucking amazing. So like, go into these matches with an open mind and stop looking for like, oh my god, because of the people who are here is gonna be shitty. Trust me, there have been plenty of matches that y'all be bragging about that be going that y'all say is gonna be a banger and then it ends up being a snooze fest. So don't come over here doing that. Okay, these are some of the best crop of women on the roster right now
yeah,
that is proving themselves to get an opportunity for this title shot at Rhea Ripley. And y'all be saying like, oh, Rhea ain't got no competition and blah blah. Here she has it now. Let's see how she defends her title against all four of these other competitors and see if she can retain.
yeah.
So
Of course, we move on to our main event, and one of the shocking revelations and endings in Monday Night Raw, which I feel like adding on to the women, this is what makes my show the best show this week. But we'll have to see. But Jimmy Uso kicks his damn brother in the face and helps Damian Priest and Finn Balor become two-time undisputed tag team champions. That is not, I know I said it, but that's still like it really happened. So that is the majority of the highlights from Monday Night Raw.
I'm excited
Those
for
are the highlights that I feel take my show to the next level. But SmackDown was great because it was, in my opinion, the match of the week. So,
listen.
and of course, Judgment Day stands tall. You love to see it. Dom being your North American champion, Rhea being your women's champion, and of course, your tag team champions. We also have some matches that will be happening tonight. Kicking us off tonight, though, Judgment Day, of course,
Excited.
none other. And then we will also hear from Logan Paul as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he's going to probably be calling out Rey Mysterio, but he might be greeted with someone else. We also have a tag team match between Chad Gable, Otis, Alpha Academy, taking on the New Day's own Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, honey. What you do you have any early predictions?
I what I will say this is gonna be a pretty fun match,
Yeah,
but I feel like it's gonna be interrupted. Probably Alvar bring his ass out here and
probably.
start interrupting stuff.
And then of course, I'm pretty sure in our main event, Damian Priest will be taking on Jay Uso. And I know y'all been gagging and hating and saying y'all don't want this, but I am so excited
Mhm.
to, honey, good looking man. that can really wrestle for a main event, I'm not mad at it. Okay. Like, I don't know what y'all complaining for.
Like I was like, oh, like let me tell y'all something. You listen, every Friday night SmackDown, I had to go through with the Bloodline opening the show,
Yeah.
being in the middle of the show, and closing out the show. And
Yeah.
all y'all on social media, oh my God, Bloodline this, Bloodline that, blah, blah, blah. But now that the Judgment Day is winning their titles the way they winning,
Yeah.
opening up the show, being in the middle part of the show, and closing out the show, everybody's mad. No, I'm so tired of blood. I'm so tired of the Judgment Day. It's the same old, same old, same old. This is my karma for y'all being so happy to see the bloodline every damn week. Now I get to have fun and I get to see my people Judgment Day come out each and every week, win their titles the way they win their titles. I don't care how dumb. I don't care how dumb they keep his title. I don't care how Rhea keeps her title. I don't care how Finn or Damien keep their titles or anything like that. I don't give a damn because y'all didn't give a damn about my feelings and how I felt about the bloodline and how they kept beating people who Roman could have lost to multiple times. Okay. So I'm here to tell you right now, not too much on my man Damien, not too much on my man Finn, not too much on my homeboy Dominic, and definitely not too much on mommy. Period. And they're gonna
Well,
continue to
not
open
too
and
much
close
on
the door.
Judgment Day and not too much on Jay Uso either.
Period. Not too much on main event Jay Uso. Okay.
I mean, that's
Down
it.
sync. Okay. It's just me, Us. Okay. Not too much. All right. Don't get me started.
This is gonna be a really good main event. And then we also have Becky Lynch and
Logan is
Indy
a star.
Hartwell. So
We do. That'll be all right. I don't know in regards to like when Damien plans on cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase. But
yeah.
whenever Damien is ready,
I
I will
think
be
he should
present.
do it on a random.
Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine him? I'm gonna be very honest.
Yeah,
Very honest.
we are.
When EO cashed in, bro, the roof,
We are.
like, man, you could just feel like, especially like had just watching that match, like
Mhm.
it was literally like, holy shit, Bianca just won. Boom. And it was
Right.
like, damn, damn. EO's music dropped, and bro. So
Okay.
I know they want to have it in a big moment, but
Yeah.
could you imagine him just like cashing in November the 27th, Nashville, Bridgestone Arena?
Oh my God.
Just a
I
random.
don't even know. What about Crown Jewel though? Ooh. Ooh. All right. See, we're on the same page. We're definitely on the same page. All right. Now let's switch over to the blue brand, which is my brand and everything like that. So we gotta dive into Friday Night SmackDown because there's a lot of things that did happen this week and everything. If Damien cash in Nikki's backyard, she would lose her shit. I would definitely be losing my shit.
Not in my backyard. I don't like Damien like that now. Wrong road. Wrong road. Nah, Damien ain't one of mine. Okay.
All right, Friday Night SmackDown. We open up the show with Paul Heyman, of course. They did break the news out about what's going to be plans for Crown Jewel between Roman and LA Knight, and so the Warriors, being exactly who he is, coming out speaking up for the Bloodline. Roman Reigns once again not here. You show up last week, you talk about John Cena being a part timer and all this and that, and where are you this week? Nowhere to be found. As always, just popping up whenever you feel like it because you're a loser. So LA Knight once again coming back carrying Monday Night Raw. Well, not Monday Night. Well, he carried Monday Night Raw when he was there, and he's carrying Friday Night SmackDown too. So no matter where you put LA Knight, he's carrying, just like he's doing right now, carrying this damn promo with fucking Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman being like I said, exactly who he is, and trying to put fear in LA Knight, talking a lot of trash about him and everything, and just truly just doing what he's trying to do, stick up for the bloodline and everything. And of course, like I said, this match here was announced, and the fact of that Roman will be defending his undisputed championship against LA Knight at Crown Jewel. Now they made this announcement before SmackDown came on, which I was like, why would y'all do that? Like, y'all couldn't just wait until SmackDown came on and then boom, we find out this match is happening because honestly, truly, we knew that that's the direction that they wanted to go into. Right? Right. So, LA Knight will get his title opportunity against Roman Reigns. Like I said, we'll have our prediction show and everything for you guys so you can figure out what our prediction is going to be. I don't know. It's gonna be quite interesting for Mr. LA Knight, honey, because he's definitely has someone in his corner, and I'm sure he'll have somebody else in his corner too to take out that bloodline because it's really only just Solo and Jimmy right now. So if you implement Cena, who probably is going to handle Solo, and maybe Kevin Owens to handle Jimmy, or Jay could implement himself in taking out his own brother. But I don't know. It's an up and down kind of thing with this here though. So I don't know. But we move on to our first match of the night. We have Montez Ford taking on LWO's own Santos Escobar. And this match was actually pretty good for the most part. These two are extremely athletic in so many different ways. Montez Ford, I mean, there's no denying his agility in the ring. And Santos, he's so good. Both of these guys are extremely good, and of course, LWOs and Bobby Lashley and Dawkins were outside the ring watching this match, and Dawkins even tried to interfere in the best way. He interfered by shoving Santos into the ring post without the referee knowing, and um Raul was not Cruz del Toro was not happy about that. Honestly, he took out Dawkins in his nice deacon suit that he had on and everything. So he definitely took that man out in any capacity. But Montez Ford did end up getting the victory, and of course, this resulted in Santos getting jumped right before Carlito came out to save the day. And well, I mean, obviously this feud between LWO and Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are not ending anytime soon, and it's just a matter of fact before we see these gentlemen, I mean, really go at it, because we know that last week Carlito ended up getting attacked by the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, and kind of took him out for a minute, and this is the world and why we had this match here. So what is the direction for Bobby and the Street Profits? Amazing athlete and entertainer, but it feels so out of ordinary, too likable to be heels for real. I really don't know. I feel like that's something that they're trying to put on them, is being the heels, because I haven't seen Street Profits technically be heels since like NXT. And I mean, Bobby, he's a phenomenal heel. Bobby does great as both being a heel and a baby face. Street Profits do well with being a baby face. I will say that. Them being heels is going to take them to showcase that vicious side of the Street Profits, which not too many people actually get to see. They're more funny and entertaining.
You know what I would like for them to do? Like,
What?
if they were to go down to face Julius Creed
Mm-hmm.
and Brutus
Yeah.
in like a cage, like, or in just something that's more like, or if they were featured for like Halloween Havoc and there was just a
Mm-hmm.
themed, I think it's gonna take a match for them
Yeah.
to show their dominance more. I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's not believable, but I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It's just they are very likable as heels.
Right.
But I just think that it can happen. It just needs to happen in a match set. Like they need to do some shit that like shocks people. Like, whoa, you're the same people that were like with the cups. And like we
Mm-hmm.
had a good time. Like we want the
Yeah.
smoke. Like what?
Like what
Yeah,
happened?
they need to do something that's like, or put somebody through a table. Like I don't know, but times are different. So
That's true. And I think in the beginning time when we first started, it was just like, oh wow, oh my god, what is happening? Street Profits, Bible Lash, and then they started making their rounds to like NXT, talking to Trick and Mello and everything like that, and and maybe in possibility of maybe recruiting or anything. But I mean, I think it's just a slow burning process between the Street Profits and Bible Lash, seeing what the dynamic of these three gentlemen, what they're gonna do. Um and you might as well go at it with LWO since Carlito is back full time. So you got to do something which could lead to maybe Carlito versus Bobby Lashley or something. Since Ray has other things he needs to worry about. Creed Brothers may be seeing the main roster around Royal Rumble season. I don't mind it. Brutus and Julius, they are so good and everything, and they're great down in NXT. They've been putting on banger matches. I mean, they do some of the most craziest things down there. But I mean, if they came up to the main roster, Alpha Academy and the Creed Brothers, that match would go. It would be like watching four younger Kurt Angles in different eras in the ring with each other. Throw in a Shelton Benjamin and a Charlie Haas, and boom, all of that. Jason Jordan, throw him in there too. Like honestly, like it would be great. I would definitely not mind seeing it at all whatsoever. So we move on because John Cena, we do hear from him, someone who actually shows up since he's been back for almost a month and everything per se. Cena, he comes out and sort of is kind of like sort of what how he was doing was like teasing a retirement, like he's lost for like 2,000 days and everything. He hasn't won a match in like 2018, and it's just like multiple, just a lot of things, and him just saying like, damn, like I don't even know if I had this in me anymore. And everybody's like, thank you, Cena, and everything. He said, you don't know how much that means to me. And basically he switched around like, listen, I'm not going anywhere. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon, and I'm ready for anybody who's ready to step up. So if anybody back there in the locker room wants to step up and get in the ring with Cena, come on out. Umaga, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Solo Sikoa comes out. And here we are once again, torn into pieces. Can't deny, I can't tell. Like we're running back to so many nostalgic moments when Cena runs up into anybody that's been a part of that Samoan dynasty. He's been in the ring with all of them.
yeah,
Per se.
it was beautiful though. It
It
was
was.
he yeah he
Hey, that.
he really came in to um he really came girl. He really came in as like
Mm,
this is my this is my ring. And I know it's about Roman being champion, but Solo
mhm.
is such a pivotal piece
He
in
is.
this reign. So I think it was very important for them to the John Cena and Solo to have this moment.
Definitely. I think that with Solo, he is a great talent, what I'm saying? He's definitely skyrocketed up to on when he was in NXT and even moving up to the main roster. He's constantly been proven that he's extremely dominant himself. And while running back with someone who is very familiar with your family, being John Cena. John Cena, like I said, has faced like all decades of the Samoan dynasty, and now you get into the newcomer, Solo Sikoa, who like will do his damnness to destroy anybody that's in his way. And we started there when these two started brawling inside of the ring and everything. And not too long after that brawl happened, Jimmy did come out and super kick John Cena. And before they could truly do some type of damage, someone dressed in all black mysteriously comes and snatches Jay, well, excuse me, this was Jay that came out to actually snatch Jimmy from up under that ring and everything. I mean, the pop that Jay got when he unmasked himself, this is technically how Jimmy was dressed and how the total dynamic happened when Roman was facing Jay in that one-on-one match. This is the same dynamic, the same play and everything. And that pop was absolutely amazing. You can tell that like Jay is truly like singles. He's proven that he's main event Jay Uso, that people are definitely down with him and everything like that. There's some people who do like Jimmy. There are some people. But I mean when it comes to Jay, it's a whole different story. It's a whole different dynamic. And I mean, even to the point where it seems as if like I don't know, man, like Jay is gunning for his brother, while Cena is taking out and handling Solo inside of the ring. I mean, it's a great time, honestly. I mean, who would have thought Jay coming down here? But I mean, I figure when you show up on Monday Night Raw and you cost your brother his tag title victory to retain his tag titles, don't expect someone not to come back and try to get their revenge. Because it could have been Cody Rhodes that could have came and snatched Jimmy, but it wasn't. It ended up being Jay, and I mean, it proved the point. Like, obviously, they're going to be somewhere down the line moving forward with this Jay and Jimmy storyline because it's going to continue on in so many different ways, especially with this bloodline and Judgment Day kind of alliance that they have. I don't know. I don't like how Solo is booked. I hate that having him on a leash until needed thing that they do. Book him like Umaga would shoot his stock through the roof. Excuse me. Yeah, like I mean, let us have an unhinged Solo. Honestly, truly, I think that if he is booked in a way that it is like how Umaga was, then he definitely would skyrocket to the top. Honestly, truly, I think that even in the midst of the people that he has been in the ring with, even balances that out too. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens this coming week for SmackDown and everything. We also got a video package from Unholy Union, Alba and Isla Dawn, who will drastically be making their return, seem to TV really soon. I know they were doing some live shows over the weekend and everything. So hopefully we can see these two back on our TV screens because they are a fantastic tag team together. They were NXT tag team champions, even coming up to the main roster, and also you losing those titles to Shayna and Ronda. And well, we haven't truly seen them since then, so I'll be happy to see them come back whenever they're ready. All right, so we get here because this is really me versus Nikki right now, and Nikki, Adam, and Jay decide they want to come to SmackDown, and me and Nick are trying to get control of our show here, and we're trying to get Jay Uso out of this building because you're coming in and you're interrupting stuff. Like Adam was like, I know, why he's here. I had a feeling this would happen because of what happened on Monday Night Raw. And Nick and I decided that, well, you know what, Adam, since your talent decided, I get it, saying our talent did what he did and everything like that, saying. But this is SmackDown. We're not gonna run a batshit show the way y'all do on Monday Night Raw. We like to handle things a little bit differently. And how about get all y'all out of here? Everybody get out. And take him too. So obviously this is where the games begin with Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. The war has started, it has begun, and I mean right on top of the time for Survivor Series coming up. Why not? Why the hell not? So would Nick have a spine if security wasn't there? I mean, how else is gonna stand up? I got his back. You know what I'm saying? I will be the spine for Nick Aldis.
Listen, Adam, honey, he
Put him in
wasn't.
a match right now. I don't care.
Adam wasn't too friendly.
No, not at all. Put him in a match right now. Honestly, give me Nick Aldis and Adam Pierce in a one-on-one match.
But
Let it
could you
happen.
imagine them doing like? There's time for it. I would love to
Oh,
see them do like a match with general manager versus general
yeah.
manager.
That would be cool though, because I mean Nick, I think he's pretty good in shape for the ring. Adam, I don't know too much in a sense as well, because I mean Adam hasn't wrestled in a very, very long time. We really just saw
Yeah.
Nick Aldis in a ring for Impact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
Literally, like this
literally.
summer.
So I don't know, like if they wanted to run that route where like, because honestly, GMs make things feel like so much right. So
Yeah.
it's just like this is really brand war. This is like,
Yeah.
listen, Nick, all this is Friday Night SmackDown. Adam Pearce, your Monday Night Raw. We're going back into that era of where it's like we're truly getting our Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff shit on. You know what I'm saying? Our Ric Flair and Vince McMahon shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like so much is Mick Foley, you know what I'm saying, and like Shane McMahon and Shane McMahon
Stephanie.
and Brian and Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley, you know what I'm saying, Stephanie. Like, it's all of that. It's truly like GMs play a big part in WWE, and
They do.
I'm happy that it's back because we haven't had in a long time. And I mean, Teddy Long was great for Friday Night SmackDown. You're gonna always expect someone to go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker, no matter what, or a 6-man, 8-man, 10-man, 20-man tag match that happened right
Yeah.
there after they just finished brawling. So like, this is great. I'm excited. So
I'm here for it.
I don't know, girl. It's gonna be pretty wild. I would say this would be great if we could get them to wrestle each other, even if it's just like 5 minutes. I don't care. Somehow, some way down the line. Let's do the brand invasions, all of this stuff. You know, everything. I hope the GMs don't try to cancel a women's match. I hope not either. But hey, I mean, I don't think they would, because in that case, we'll just have Rhea versus Io in a
Why would
sense.
they do that?
I don't know. That would be insane for them to do that. All right, so Logan Paul, of course, we know that after he had his match in his MMA fight, he would be making his return back to WWE. And of course, within that interview, he did call out Rey Mysterio, say he's gunning for the United States Championship. I don't know why you didn't choose Gunther, but I guess you didn't really want those hands for real. So you chose Rey Mysterio, someone who's a legend, an icon, a Hall of Famer at that, who's carrying this United States Championship. And you said that you won it. And so they shook hands and let it be made official that Logan Paul will be facing Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship at Crown Jewel. So I don't know, Logan. Will you finally be able to win a championship in WWE? You know, you went after the one that you had with Roman and everything. You already said that you've had your match, or you won your match against Ray when he and Dominic were a tag team together, and everything. So you self-proclaimed to have that victory over Ray already. And I don't know, Logan. Let's see what you got come Crown Jewel, honey. I tell you that much. I guess you knew who to go after. We also get into another match. We had Austin Theory and the leader of the Swifty hater, Grayson Waller, who's been making his rounds on social media and everything like that, taking on Dragon Lee and Cameron Grimes.
A Town Down Under.
Yeah, is what they like to call themselves and everything like that. So it works. They work well as a tag team, and they've continued to sort of, I guess you can say, be undefeated in a sense, but not really, because I think they end up losing a match or whatever. But they've been making their rounds as a tag team and everything, and they are going and wanting to have that opportunity to um, have that title match and maybe get a title shot opportunity. So, but in the sense of all of that, this match was really good. Definitely enjoyed it. But I mean, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are on top of their game right now as a tag team, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. They work well together. They're both assholes together, and I mean, what more can you truly expect? It sucks that Dragon Lee and Cameron Grimes end up losing the match, but because of the rake of the eyes, it happens. So shout out to Theory and Grayson on getting that victory. Now we move on, of course, to our main event of the night. We had Io Sky defending her WWE Women's Championship against the Queen Charlotte Flair, where Charlotte was looking to become a 15-time Women's Champion here. Their match from start to finish was absolutely amazing, honestly, truly. Io pulling out all the stops that she normally does, selling her ass off as always. Charlotte pulling out the spear. Like this move said here when Io went for the Hurricane Run, and then Charlotte flipping Io onto the front side to make her head smacked against that barricade. Well, that apron and everything too. I mean, the crossface that Io gave to Charlotte and everything. To this spot here, the German suplex and even the big talk Samoan drop that she did on the second row. Very, very high intensity match between Io and Charlotte. But when you have damage control ringside, especially Bayley in particular, there is always a time where Bayley is going to find a way to make sure that Io continues to hold that title. And it did not sit too well with Miss Charlotte Flair because even after that, she went ahead and she knocked the hell out of Bayley before going back into the ring to try to finish up with Io. And well, because Dakota gave Io the championship, and when Charlotte went for that spear and basically knocked Charlotte out, and Io went for the victory. And even though she still won this match and retained her title, it wasn't enough because her and Bayley started to attack Charlotte Flair right before the EST of WWE makes her gigantic return. And the biggest pop, honestly, the long awaited time that we've had for Bianca to make her return. I mean, there's been talks about, there's been rumors that she could be turning back soon as Friday Night SmackDown, and she does. And she takes out damage control. She, of course, hits that beautiful KOD on Bayley because Bayley decided she wanted to take the fault for Io. Once again, as always, saving Io. She's always saving Io and end up taking those falls for Io and everything like that. So Bianca looked absolutely amazing. And honestly, she came out to save Charlotte Flair. And I don't know, but the rumor has it, or allegedly the rumor is that maybe moving forward, they would have maybe Bianca and Charlotte be a tag and go after those tag titles. Like, all right, I believe in when it actually happens. But as of right now, Bianca Belair is back. I've missed her so much. It's been a little bit of rough time on SmackDown without seeing Bianca. Honestly, truly, she's absolutely talented. But I know the real question a lot of people's like, if they don't have that interaction next week, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm like, listen, now Jade has been seeing Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Charlotte, and Becky. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want her to have that stare down with Bianca Belair. I think that I don't know if it's gonna happen next week. I think that with that stare down between Bianca and Jade may take a minute. You know what I'm saying? It may, but time is ticking according to Jade Cargill, honey.
You know what would be so crazy?
Hmm.
Because I'm fantasy booking, obviously. But whenever they have a tag match, Bianca and Charlotte, whether
Yeah.
it's Friday night or whenever, after Charlotte and Bianca win, Jade comes out and like raises both of their hands up. Like that shit would be like,
And then she closed on the hell out of both of them.
oh my god, that shit would just be like, oh,
That
so
would
much
be
you can do.
why
That's why I just don't even like
social
I
media
don't even
will go
care what
crazy.
happens. Like I do think that Bianca and Jade definitely have to have a face off. But when
I
is it
think
gonna
that I
happen?
think it needs to be like let's say that Jade is in there and she's like talking to like Nick Aldis or something. Let Bianca walk in on Jade Cargill. Because Jade Cargill's been walking in on other people. You know what I'm saying?
If they give each other this big old hug, I'm gonna laugh.
Like, I'm like,
I'm gonna
I
laugh.
don't know. Cause she ain't hugged nobody. Like her, she smiled, she's happy to see Charlotte. Becky is just like that title. Get in line. She's funny. Like versus Bianca is like, hey girl, hey.
I
Like
I
I
have
want
no
them to
idea
have
what
the most intense stare down and then they hug each other.
I don't think people understand how long people have been waiting on Bianca and Jade, like, even beyond the wrestling, like, that's been a
Yeah,
fantasy
for a long time.
forever, and
There's been so many times with that though.
it's just
Like
so crazy now.
it's so many types of fantasy bookings that have been happening with Bianca and Jade. I mean, like
Yeah,
even when Jade stepped foot into AEW, boom, right then and there, you have Bianca, you got Jade. Put them in the
yeah.
same match. This fantasy matches. If there was ever a crossover, those are the two that people wanted to see. And I don't know. I mean, we're Bianca's back now. You know what I'm saying? She is, and I mean, like I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, that's how Friday Night SmackDown ended up closing off with Bianca Belair making her return. And I mean, we have Jay Uso that's popping in. We have, of course, we have John Cena, we have no Roman Reigns. We have Bianca Belair making her return. We have obviously a official brand war between Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I mean, I don't know. We have LA
Still
Knight,
think
what I'm
Raw
saying?
Raw won. I feel like Raw still won
I don't know.
because we had Judgment Day, and we had Judgment Day like, we had a big moment.
Mhm.
Bianca was a huge moment.
Mhm.
She was.
Yeah. She
So
was a
that's
huge moment. And then, well, I get it. I mean, SmackDown may have talked too much or whatever, but what can you expect? You know what I'm saying? We
that's
don't we don't
true.
have we don't have much that we need to do down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're
And
just
we
getting
did
started.
have the brawl with the women.
You did. Definitely did have that,
So
you know what I'm saying? So,
and we
you
had
know what?
another match with the women.
You did. You absolutely did, but we also had the main event, you know.
That's fair.
We had the main event, and I
That's
mean, you had
fair.
Charlotte Flair, we had EO, we got Bailey in shorts. Come on, it is
You know, insurance is nasty. I still feel like Raw
Belair.
won
Like, you know what? All right, so this week we'll give it to Monday Night Raw. We will for this week,
for this week. Just this week.
just this week, because I mean, yes, definitely. So, of course, this Friday, they will be live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for FS1. Of course, they will be doing double tape because the following week they'll be heading over to Saudi for Crown Jewel on November the 4th and everything. So, of course, we have a contract signing between Roman Reigns, who makes his return again this week, blah blah, at LA Knight. So, mm, it's gonna be quite interesting for that. And also we do have, I believe the Street Profits and Bobby will take on LWO and everything. I don't know why they put this graphic this way, but it's a lot of people to fit in. I will say, but it's supposed to be LWO versus the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley going into next week on FS1. So there's that, ladies and gentlemen, for the Raw versus SmackDown show and everything. We are going to give it to Raw this week and everything like that. For now, for
I know.
now, we will. But other than that, you already know SmackDown, the Blue Brand. I mean, we always have a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Every chance we get, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine we were doing this during a time where it was like a whole bunch of bloodline shit was happening. Wow.
SmackDown would have took
Can
L.
you like honestly, if me and Nikki was doing this like the time when Charlotte came in on the last SmackDown and beat Ronda, that would have been like absolutely hilarious. But
Hilarious.
it would have been. But yeah, that's pretty much Raw versus SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here. We did it pretty early,
Yeah.
and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and everything. But other than that, continue to follow us on social media at the Shakers Den. Thank
Please.
you, Battleground Podcast. We are exclusively to Battleground Podcast, so make sure you follow them, check them out. They got an interview with Adam Copeland on there, as well as Will Ospreay. If you missed our Bound for Glory post show, definitely go and check that out.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
This will run again. This show will run again at its supposed time
Yeah.
at 5 p.m. So you
Yeah.
can catch this show again. Well, if you're watching at that time, welcome back.
Yeah.
But you can watch this, you'll be able to watch it again. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
thanks, you guys, so much. Once again, like I said, continue to follow us on social media, our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube, all that stuff there. Definitely follow Battleground Podcast.
Yes.
Definitely continue to follow us on our Twitches and everything so that, you have our notifications on so that you don't miss a show. Of course, we will be back for Halloween Havoc NXT Uncut version tomorrow. So definitely check out that and any of our other shows and post shows and our interviews that we've done, especially with Miss Tracy Brooks over at the Battleground Podcast. She was inducted to the Impact Hall of Fame this past weekend. Is going to be real interesting. We have to go back to TNA. I'm gonna have to update the graphics for next year, guys. It's
Crazy.
gonna be. I'm gonna upgrade everything. You know what I'm saying? So definitely you can follow Nikki on Twitter. She doesn't really give out Instagram, but it's the same thing, Nikki Bougie. But you can also Google her too. The same way you can Google Drian Santana to find out, all the things that I do as well.
Yeah,
So
come watch me stream.
yeah, come watch
Been
Nikki
holding it
stream.
down. I got
GTA.
44 followers on Twitch now.
Listen, Nikki's almost about to be an affiliate. To be honest, she get the 50. You can start your affiliate, and Nikki
Yeah.
can start getting ads on her stuff, and continue to do that. I'll be back streaming somewhere in the latter
So
part of this year or earlier next year.
very
On
soon.
I'm on a big hiatus and everything. And everything like that. So yeah.
Yes.
Other than that, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here. And we'll see you guys back again tomorrow for Halloween Havoc NXT Uncut version, where we got a lot to get into for that for night one
Oh,
and everything like that. So enjoy the rest of you guys' day on this beautiful Monday, and we'll catch you guys soon.
bye.